What if a Bible was banned not for heresy, but because its truths were just too dangerous? This is the real story of the Ethiopian Bible. It is a text older than most nations, containing revelations so explosive that church authorities tried to erase it completely from history. They didn't just disagree with it, they feared it. They feared its power, its visions, and the cosmic secrets locked within its ancient pages. This Bible contains a forbidden chapter of human history, a truth so profound, it challenges the very foundations of faith and reality itself. It begins with Enoch, a man so close to God he never tasted death. He was chosen to see behind the veil of our world. He walked between heaven and earth, a bridge between mortal man and the divine, witnessing the very source code of all creation. He saw the secrets of the cosmos, the fall of angels, the rise of giants, and the ultimate fate of every soul. The first shocking truth it preserves is the story of the Watchers, mighty angels who fell from heaven after succumbing to mortal desire. They were beings of immense light and beauty, guardians sent to guide humanity, their purpose noble, their station second only to the archangels. But they watched humanity from above, and desire entered their hearts. A rebellion was conceived, a plot to abandon heaven for earth. Their leader, Shemyaza, bound them with an oath upon Mount Hermon, a pact of treason from which none of them could ever turn back. They descended in their hundreds, magnificent beings of light, choosing to forsake their divinity for the fleeting pleasures of the mortal world. They taught mankind forbidden knowledge, the crafting of weapons, the secrets of the stars, and dark arts never meant for human hands. They revealed the forging of swords and shields, turning humanity's tools of harvest into instruments of warfare, unleashing bloodshed upon the earth. They taught the secrets of the cosmos, the paths of the constellations, and the art of astrology, giving man a power to see the future. They whispered of enchantments, sorcery, and the binding of spirits, opening doorways to other realms that were never meant to be crossed. And from their unions with human women came the giants, the Nephilim, towering, violent beings who ravaged the earth in their hunger. These were not mere mortals. They were monstrous hybrids, their bodies immense, their strength terrifying, their spirits a vortex of celestial and earthly rage. Their appetite was insatiable. They consumed all the works of man, then the animals, and finally they turned upon each other and humanity. The earth itself cried out against their violence. The cries of the innocent rose to the heavens, a plea for justice against these terrible beings. This was knowledge the church could not allow. It showed a universe alive with danger, rebellion, and a terrifying, unfiltered cosmic justice. It revealed that the origin of great evil was not just a serpent in a garden, but a legion of fallen angels from heaven itself. By the 4th century, the Bible we know was carefully curated. Books were removed, and the Ethiopian Bible was formally excluded and condemned. In the Council of Laodicea, church leaders decreed which books were holy and which were to be cast out, creating an official, controlled canon. They called the Book of Enoch apocryphal, of questionable origin, but their true motive was not scholarship, it was the consolidation of power. Church councils feared what humanity might learn if it knew that angels could rebel, that giants once walked among us all. They feared a truth that suggested the universe was more chaotic, more dangerous, and less controllable than their simple doctrines preached to the masses. A faith built on simple obedience could not survive such complex and terrifying truths. The doors to this knowledge had to be slammed shut. But the Ethiopian Bible survived. Hidden in the highlands, guarded by monks who risked their lives, it endured the silence of centuries. For over 1,000 years, while Europe debated its own controlled scriptures, the monks of Ethiopia preserved this more ancient, raw version of faith. It became a secret flame of truth, carried across deserts, preserved against empires, war, and the relentless persecution of the powerful. These monks understood its power. They knew that one day the world would need to hear the terrifying truths that it contained. This Bible reveals a cosmic justice that is both terrifying and breathtaking, speaking of angels chained beneath rivers and giants who shaped civilizations. It describes the hierarchies of heaven, the duties of the archangels, and the precise, unyielding laws that govern all of creation. It shows that God's justice is not an abstract concept, but a powerful, active force that can bind even the mightiest celestial beings. The church banned it because it revealed a universe too alive, too raw, and too dangerous for the fragile faith of the masses. To read Enoch was to glimpse a reality that challenged the most sacred dogmas of a centralized, controlling religious authority. It showed angels with free will, capable of immense sin. It showed a history of the world far more violent than the story in Genesis. Centuries later, European explorers stumbled upon these manuscripts in Ethiopia. They were stunned. A book, thought lost forever, was alive and breathing. In the 18th century, the Scottish explorer James Bruce brought copies back to Europe, and the world was forced to confront the text it had tried to bury. Scholars were shocked. The lost Book of Enoch was not a myth. It was real, preserved perfectly in the ancient Ge'ez language. It contains detailed accounts of celestial events, angelic hierarchies, and visions of heaven and hell that pierce through all of time. It is a map of the cosmos, describing the storehouses of the winds, the foundations of the earth, and the portals through which stars pass. Its visions are so vivid, so precise, that even modern readers are left questioning the very limits of our own perceived reality. Enoch describes his journey through the seven heavens, each one a different realm of increasing glory, wonder, and terrifying power. The banning was relentless because knowledge is power, and some truths are too dangerous for those who wish to control what you believe. To control the scripture was to control the narrative of God, of humanity, and of creation itself. The Ethiopian Bible threatened that control. It showed that other sacred traditions existed outside of Rome's authority, preserving a version of faith that was older and perhaps more complete. The church feared not just the words themselves, but the consequences. If angels could fall, what did that say about the nature of evil? If giants were real, what other parts of ancient myth were actually history? The questions it raised were too dangerous to be allowed. How could faith remain simple and unquestioned if the cosmos was alive with warring celestial forces and humanity was caught in the middle? Yet the Ethiopian Bible thrived, and the consequences of its survival are staggering. It preserves knowledge that was systematically erased elsewhere. It offers a window into the beliefs of early Christians and Jews, a time before creeds and councils decided what was acceptable to believe. It dares to answer questions that the canonical Bible does not. Why do angels fall? Why does evil persist? What truly lies beyond our perception? Every page pulses with urgency. It is written not to comfort, but to awaken, to shock, and to illuminate the hidden truths. Its words are a direct challenge to a comfortable, sanitized faith, demanding that the reader confront the raw, untamed power of the divine. And perhaps that is why it was banned. It was a book that could not be tamed, its visions too wild to be contained within church walls. The Ethiopian Bible survived because truth cannot be destroyed. It speaks to those who dare to seek a universe alive with angels, giants, and judgment. Its survival is a testament to the courage of those who chose to preserve knowledge over obeying the commands of distant empires. They knew that truth, no matter how terrifying, must be protected, for it is the only thing that is eternal and real. It is said that this Bible will continue to challenge the minds of humanity for centuries, revealing layers of truth that will inspire and transform. Its prophecies are still being debated, its cosmic visions still being analyzed, its secrets still waiting to be fully understood by our modern world. So the question remains, why was it banned? Because it revealed the hidden truths of creation, the rebellion of angels, and cosmic justice. Because it dared to show a universe far more complex, terrifying, and beautiful than any single institution could ever hope to control. And today, as we rediscover it, the Ethiopian Bible continues to whisper its secrets, its warnings, and its incredible revelations. It urges the modern seeker to confront a reality that has been hidden for centuries, a reality that is waiting just beyond the veil. This is not myth. This is history. This is prophecy. The Ethiopian Bible was banned not to hide lies, but to protect power from the truth. It shows us that the history of our faith is more complex, more contested, and far more mysterious than we have ever been told. If you dare to know, to see, to seek, the Ethiopian Bible awaits. Its pages breathe life into the ancient, cosmic, and forbidden truths. Subscribe to Hidden Truths of the Bible, because the story of the Ethiopian Bible is just the beginning, and the universe is calling you.